What's going on, guys? Today I have a very special treat for you guys. I'm going to be holding your hand through the entire process of creating your entire dream life. Now, what that looks like is in this video, I'll be walking you through the tangible steps you need to take in order to mold the reality that you have right now into the dream life that you want for yourself. So I hope you guys enjoy. Grab a notepad, grab a pen, paper, whatever you have nearby, just to take some notes so that way you kind of remember this for the rest of your life. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. So first off, we need to find out what you want and what you truly desire in life. Now, to do this, we need to go into as much detail as possible with each one of these different aspects of your dream life that you'll be creating for yourself. So this is a very important question that you need to ask yourself right now. What does your ideal dream life look like? Now, that's a very broad question, but you need to go into very deep detail of what this dream life actually looks like. So finding out like where you're going to live, what do you look like what haircut do you have, are you tan, are you ripped? What's the weather like where your dream life is it always sunny, is it raining, is it snowing? How much money do you have? Are you broke living in the mountains like a monk, or are you rich? Are you like a billionaire living in Monaco? Do you have 5 girlfriends, 1 girlfriend, a boyfriend? Do you have a 5-bedroom villa, mansion? I mean, you kind of get the point. Go into as much detail as you can within each of these different aspects. And the more detail you can get down on your paper, the better. So that way you can envision it as crispy as possible. So you can exactly picture what you want. And the more clarity you have in terms of like knowing what you want, the faster and more efficiently you'll be able to actually get there. So yeah, write this down, write down each one of these different aspects and fill them in with as much detail as possible. And we'll go ahead and move on into when you want this dream life. Because I mean, you could, in the previous slide, you could have listed all of those things down, but you may never attain them because you never set this deadline. So now you need to ask the very important question to yourself, like, how long will you wait to create this dream life of yours? Because once you create this dream life that you want for yourself in the future, if you never set a deadline, you're going to be waiting a lifetime, like most people do. They're like, okay, I want to do this, I want to retire, I want to go travel the world, and they wait until they're 60, 70, 80 until they ever make it happen. But the reality is you can get there a lot quicker than you think. I mean, for me, it only took me a year and a half to live out my dream life. And I mean, once you have it set in stone, like what you want, and I mean, I'll kind of walk you through the other steps in order to get there. But once you find out what you want, when you want it, and create that urgency and that pressure, that's when you turn into a diamond. So yeah, you need to set a deadline to create urgency and to create pressure for yourself to actually get to where you want to go. So when I say like be specific, that just means like set an exact date when you want to achieve your dream life. Now, not only will this deadline create urgency for yourself to actually get there, but it'll also help you break down the steps to kind of reverse engineer the entire process to see like what steps you need to take in order to get there in the first place. And let's just say you never put a deadline on your dream life, like you just put it off forever. You'll never even get started because you never have the finish line in sight. You need to have it in sight so that way you know how fast you need to run in the race. So yeah, after you find out what your dream life consists of, when you want your dream life, you need to find the path to get there and like the actual steps to get there in the first place. So this just takes researching and finding the right vehicle that'll help you fast track the progress to your goal in the period of time that you set for yourself. So this just means asking yourself and researching like what skills, what knowledge, and what networks do you need in order to position yourself for success and to pretty much guarantee the chances of you actually getting there. Because let's just say you have a goal of making $2 million online anywhere in the world, and you learn the skill of gender studies, I mean, that's just going to be completely useless. So you need to learn the right things and take the calculated actions and risk in order to get there. Because if you're taking a lot of action and calculated risk, but you're going in the wrong direction, then you're going down the wrong path. So you need to find the right path that's going to take you to your goals in the end. Because like without the path, without knowing you're on the right track, you're just going to be aimlessly going through life, pretty much like in the wilderness. So you want to make sure that you're on path, and of course there'll be ups and downs, but as long as you can stay clear and have that clarity of like where your goal is and like when you want to get there, you'll easily find your path. And then up next, you of course need to build your mastermind network. So that just means positioning yourself for guaranteed success. Because especially for me, when I wanted to get started with remote sales, if I were have to just stay in Newnan, Georgia, my hometown, I would have probably never even been like where I am today, like within 5 to 10 years, just because my network was so bad and I had no inspiration, no motivation. No one was making money online. So it was very impossible in my mind for me to do it. But after positioning myself out here in Bangkok, Thailand, where nearly everyone is making at least 10,000 online, that's when I saw what was actually possible, and it motivated me and got me the right opportunities to get to my goal in the first place. So you need to ask yourself and be completely truthful. Are the people that you're surrounding yourself with right now supporting your dream life? Or are they supporting your vices and kind of downgrading you to a very limited potential? Because especially for me back in university, especially back in my hometown, the people I was letting into my life, they weren't bringing me up. They were pushing me down. They were like, Ryan, go smoke this joint, go to this party, drink that shot. And of course, it's still my responsibility. I said yes, yes, yes. But I made it a lot harder for myself to say no because that's all I was surrounded by. So you need to make sure that you're surrounded by the right people that are helping you do the right actions. And once you find out what you want and go down the path towards your goals, I mean, it's actually pretty easy to find the people that kind of align with your goals and have similar kind of ambitions as you. Because that's exactly what happened to me in Bangkok, Thailand. When I was trying to make money online, I came out here. There were people my age having the same struggles as me, going down the same path. So we all kind of binded together and went down the path together. And that's where the Mastermind Network comes in, and you guys can exponentially increase the progress towards your goals. Now, of course, when you're building out your Mastermind Network, you will have to let go of some of your old friends that are chaining you down and bringing you back to your vices, because they will make it a lot harder than it needs to be in order to create your dream life. But it must be done, and you must just replace those friends with the new friends that actually align with the new dream life that you want to create for yourself. Now, for me, this was absolutely the hardest part because I thought all of my friends, we were all at level 0 together, and I thought we were all going to level 10 together, but that's not the case. As I was leveling up from 3, 4, 5, they were still at level 0, and they tried to kind of drag me back down to their level, but you just can't let that happen. You just have to kind of cut them off and keep moving on and just be okay and wish them the best, because although they might hate you, hate only comes from below. So never hate back. Just be okay with the hate and just move on. Now, next up, this is a very important topic, is to create non-negotiable habits for yourself to move the needle forward each and every day towards your goals. So to start your non-negotiable habits, I think the easiest way for you to start, if you have none right now, is to start with a consistent wake-up time and then build up from there. Like right now, my friends and I were waking up at 3 a.m. for the last few weeks, almost a month now. And then once you kind of have that habit set in stone, then you can add on habits that aid you on your path towards your dream life. But when you're adding these goals and habits into your life, you want to make sure that each one of these habits and tasks align with getting you to where you want to go, because you don't want just useless and pointless habits with no purpose in your life, because you're grinding and you're doing something, but you're grinding in the wrong direction. You want to make sure that each and every task that you do has a purpose behind it. So that way you never burn out, you never run out of energy doing these tasks, because they each have a reason and they're backed by a purpose to help you get you to where you want to go. And with these non-negotiable habits, you want to do them each and every single day, no matter how you feel, no matter how tired you are, how shit you feel after a long night out, whatever the case may be. Do them every single day so you can start building up that momentum. Because when you start out with these non-negotiable habits, you might have no motivation at all. But the thing is, motivation isn't real. It doesn't exist. What does exist is momentum. And that's basically where motivation stems from. Because right when you start building up these non-negotiable habits and you do them for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that's when you start getting motivation for the days where you don't feel like it, because you already have the momentum. The habit's already built up in your brain. So when you don't feel like doing them like 2 or 3 weeks after you've already started, then you're like, okay, well, I've already been doing it for so long, I might as well just do it again. So that's the power of non-negotiable habits, because it'll always guarantee that you're moving the needle forward towards your goals and your dream life every single day. Because whenever you're putting off the work, whenever you feel tired, lazy, and you just push off the habits, that's when you don't acquire the magic that it takes in order to create your dream life. Because the magic is found in the work that you're putting off and that you're too lazy to do. So just make sure you incorporate some non-negotiable habits in your life, so that way you guarantee to at least get 1% better and 1% closer to the life that you want to create for yourself. Now, this one is probably one of the most important ones that I'm going over today, and that's starting right away at this very moment to go on track to your goals. And you've probably heard this saying probably a million times, but the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. Now, what that means is you should have already been building out your dream life. You maybe already should be living in it. But the thing is, that's in the past. Maybe you don't have the knowledge you know now in order to create your dream life. So the past is dead. Don't worry about it. All you have is right now and the future. So the best time to start towards your goals and towards your dream life is right now. And that's why you need to get started right away at this very moment, because your dreams, they're waiting for you. They know what you're made of. They know who you're supposed to be in order to achieve it. They're waiting on you. But don't let them wait forever like most people do. Most people give up. Most people never even try. They just settle for mediocrity, settle for the comfortable salary, and they just never strive for something greater than themselves. So take action right after this video. Even if it's just a tiny step, take some type of action today to show that you're serious on creating that dream life for yourself. And I want to add this. Don't be afraid of failure. A lot of people are terrified of failure. But if you never even try and never even give yourself a shot to create your dream life, you've failed before you've even tried. So you need to change your mindset from being scared of failure to thinking that failure is the price that you pay for success and for your dream life. Because no matter what failures come up in your life, each failure doesn't mean it's the end all be all. Each failure you should just take as a lesson on what not to do next time. Because the thing is, the difference between me and a lot of my friends back home is that I failed more times than they've tried. So my advice to you personally is try to fail as much as possible, because the more you fail, the more you learn and the faster you're able to get to your goals. Next up is just visualizing your dream life each and every day. So the reality you're in right now, and like your daily life at the moment, it's just a sum total of your thoughts and the actions that you've taken up into this very point. So in order to make your dream life your new reality, you now need to think differently and take different actions in order to create your new dream life. Because all life is input equals output. So you need to start changing your inputs to create different outputs. Because if you keep doing the same old shit, you're gonna keep getting the same old shit back. So to visualize your dream life each and every day, what I want you to do right now is pause the video, get 3 to 5 small cards, and place reminders and something to help you remember what your dream life looks like. So that way you can place these in the bathroom, in your bedroom, in your car, in your wallet, just somewhere where you can see them as much as possible. Because the more you're able to visualize and think of your dream life, the quicker and more efficiently you'll get there. Because the more you attract it, the more you think about it, that's what actually molds your reality, because whatever you think about, that's what actually comes into your life. So if you're thinking of, how am I going to pay the bills? That's too expensive. You're kind of letting the universe know that you're broke and you can't afford anything. But once you start saying, okay, I can travel the world, I can make money anywhere, anytime, I can afford that car, I'm just not quite yet, but I'll be able to very soon. Once you change your thought process and everything of that nature, then you're able to actually change your reality for yourself. So when you're thinking and kind of visualizing this new dream reality of yours, you need to feel the emotion on how you would feel if you were already living in this dream life. So make sure that you're not just thinking of it and just going through the motions. Make sure you feel it and become that person that's already living in that dream life, so that way you can bring that dream life to you. So in conclusion, I'll kind of break it down into a very simple process right here. Know what you want, take risk, take action, and that's pretty much the recipe for success. And you can't have success without one of these three things. If you take action and take risk, what goal are you going to solve? You need to know what goal you have in mind first. So lastly, advice I would give you is stay focused, stay consistent, and stay persistent on your path, because going down this path, it's very unknown. You might be the only one in your friend group and your family to go down this unknown path towards your dream life, because a lot of your friends and family, unfortunately to say it, but I mean, they're already dead. They died way before their physical bodies died, because they've given up on their dreams long ago. And once you give up on your dreams, and once you don't see the point of striving for something greater than what you have now, then you've already settled, you've retired, your mind you don't have that spark inside you anymore. So stay consistent and know that there will be failures, there will be obstacles, adversities that will come up down the line on this path towards your dream life. But as long as you remember your why and you see the end goal still in sight, no obstacle or failure will stop you. And you'll go over hurdles, you'll go in the valleys. And no matter what happens, as long as you keep pushing and never give up and have that ego and have that pride to get you through all those tough times, and know that somehow you'll make it to the other side, and have that inner belief that no matter what happens, the only thing that can stop you is death. And when you're going through these hills and valleys, don't falter, don't give up. All these things are just a test from the universe to see how bad you want to create this dream life for yourself. And last but not least, stay the course until the end. Don't give up until the clock runs out. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys got some insights, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.